What an assessment shouldn't be is it shouldn't be a daunting affair. Okay? This is a day where we're going out and checking your work. It's a day where we're there to give you support and guidance. You can ask any technical questions that you may have during the day as well. We'll also give you updated information on any changes of regulations that are relevant to your scope of works. And it's fundamentally broken down into two parts. You have the office audit and you have a site-based assessment. I feel contractors, prior to an assessment, feel very nervous. They feel that maybe we're there to trip them up or to trick them, but we're not. We're there to help maintain your standard of work is in accordance with the relevant regulations. For me personally, I feel the view of an assessment has changed dramatically over the years. The assessments used to be seen as this very daunting affair, very formal, where we're there to beat the contractor up. We're not. We're there to support you. You are our customer. We want you to pass. We want to support you. We want to provide you with the relevant information and documentation that you can go out in the field and carry out your job to a high standard. For the office audit, we're mainly checking your documentation is in place for the correct scheme requirement that you've applied for. Now, prior to your assessment itself, we will actually send you a handy little checklist, which is all the information that we require, such as the regulations, health and safety policy information, test instrument details, and also may include things like risk assessments as well. One of the most fundamental things that I check during the office audit is that the test equipment is adequate. I also may check that the company holds a safe isolation lock-off kit to aid in safe isolation procedures. The topics that we will ask you will be things like earthing and bonding, special locations. If you're unsure of any question that I ask you, not to worry again, I will guide you through. I'll help you through the assessment process. We're not there to catch you out. We're there to support you. If there's anything you don't know, you can just tell us straight, or you can use the book. The regulations are right there with you. We're just understanding and seeing that you know how to use those book of regulations. The number of jobs that we need to see on an assessment really depends on the scheme that you're applying for. So, for example, if you're applying for our domestic installer or Part P schemes, then we need to see one site. If, however, you're applying for our approved contractor scheme, then we'll need to see 3 sites on the application and visit. The size and scope of the jobs that we need to see on an assessment really needs to be at least provision of a new circuit. This could be, for example, a new kitchen ring circuit, or a new lighting circuit, or a distribution board, or a rewire. For an application visit, providing work in your own home or office is absolutely acceptable. For site visits, the contractor will usually pre-arrange this prior to the application assessment. The most important bit of information before we head out to site during the office audit is to check that you have a valid and in-date public liability insurance, as without this, we're not allowed to step on site. The tests that we'll ask you to perform will be things, for example, like a ZE at the distribution board. It will be a R1, R2 continuity testing, installation resistance, and a couple of live tests which will include a ZS and maybe possibly an RCD auto test. Fundamentally, all I'm really looking for is that you have sufficient knowledge of the regulations and that the work you carry out is carried out in accordance with the BS 771.